This is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. We are back with another podcast. Definitely. So I am joined by Erick DeLoach. Okay, in my world and in his world, he's Rick. That's Slick Rick over there. Let Slick Rick do his thing. Okay, so he is an author. He has 2 books. And so we're going to talk about his books. But he is also, you guys, don't lunch on this. He is a songwriter and a show host and an independent film producer or writer. So, my Myya tribe, please welcome Mr. Erick DeLoach. Hello, beloved.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for. I'm so so happy and honored to come on your show. And let the audience know that she is a great person. Also, but I mean, off the screen as well. You would think, as a celebrity, as a media personality extraordinaire, that you would get sometimes you'll get a different person that's on the screen than off the screen. But no, I want to tell you out there in the public that she is phenomenal and will go to whatever lengths to help you out as long as you're a good person. So I just want the public to know that even before we start.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. Appreciate you. Definitely. All right, so please tell my Myya tribe, beloved, what is the name of your books?
Okay, I'm a progressive, moderate progressive, so progressive. And the name of my book, the first book, so just take it, I wrote it a certain way. First book is called Tumbr, the Colossal Poison. Okay. Oh. But I have a book also for everybody. The second book that will be coming out, I think before Christmas, called America, We Have Won. So that, for whatever political persuasion you are, it's about America winning, no matter who you are.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Okay. So what is because I mean I get it because it's on more of the political spectrum. What is the purpose or the premise of your books?
Yeah, well, the first book was just really trying to get people to vote and to kind of understand that this was a very important time in our history, and that we have to participate if you can vote and try to get your voice out there and to make a difference if you can for the betterment of our country and for our future generations.
Oh, see, and we need that more than ever. I can tell you that, no lie. Okay. So, with that being said, what do you believe that they should take away from this book?
Oh yeah, they should take away. You have some interesting stuff. I talk about, believe it or not, in this first book about the climate was so, I guess you would say, not the best climate. I'm going to be not the best climate. And so what happened is there was some, I did research and found out that Black women in particular were very much targeted. Some people were killed, believe it or not, that were Black women. Other women, there was attempted murders towards Black women because the environment was not a good environment, and the wrong things were being promoted from people that were in power. So even for that particular reason, for everybody out there, we want, I wanted to get a book out there to let people know what the issues were, even on the international stage and economic stage, and so that we would vote in the best interest of everybody involved. So that it's a very interesting book. The second book goes a little bit more, I actually tell you day by day. It's an extension of this book, day by day, what was happening on the political front. Today, Biden spoke. Today, Trump spoke. Today, Kamala Harris spoke, or whoever spoke. And then I talk about the future for blacks, for whites, for people that are, Latin. And it's a very interesting book that's kind of shows the shift of what's where the country is going to be in the next I would say 15, 20 years. But in the end, I predict that everybody's going to be okay. The races will get along, and that we will prosper and really, take our place in the world and influence things for the positive for mankind.
Ooh, wow, that was deep. That was real deep. Thanks. No, I get it, because a lot of the times we're a little lost on a lot of the values, because I do believe that a lot of things have gotten mixed up and lost in translation, and nobody's willing to really have the conversation anymore. And I think we all have the same values, but just because we have a R or a D on our voters registration, we can't be heard. And I don't think that's altogether true. It's just a matter of, if you can talk to me, I can talk to you. If you can speak to me without yelling and screaming and hooping and hollering, I can speak to you. So it's like, we all, okay, so, all right, I'm not going to go there, because dang well, you done got me started. Okay, so, anywho, in other news, so I'm just kidding. Okay, so for the second one, the one that you're about to write, what is that also going to be with the current temperature?
Yeah, the second book is basically written. It's just got to be edited properly. Its extension is this book plus maybe another 8 more chapters, and it talks about it goes right through the election, past the election, and then talks about the future the demographic changes, and just kind of says that everybody take it easy. Everything is going to work out, and it's really projects and predicts how the future is going to kind of line up. But in the end, everybody wins, no matter what race you are. It's just a different dynamic, different world in the next 15, 20 years. Now, outside of that, there's a third book. I got to get that I went to San Francisco. I used to live in San Francisco for a second. I live, in New York, but San Francisco. And I did a picture book, and I wanted to get out the political, all of that heavy stuff, and I went in April. So it's taking pictures of San Francisco during COVID, and I went to the beach. I went to different like botanical gardens, just different things, and it's exciting. And my conclusion would be that some people, it may be a place that if you wanted to relocate, but I definitely think for all people, it's a great place to visit. And if you and your husband or family, it's kind of a quiet place, and you would really enjoy San Francisco. It's a good getaway, and sometimes a misconception, people think it's a certain way, but it's for everybody that would love to travel and just have me time, reflection time, to kind of get yourself together. You could do it for a weekend, or you could do it for a week, and you come back renewed. And it's such a beautiful place, by the way.
I've been there before. I wasn't a fan, only because why was it like pouring cold and rainy in June? I was not happy about that one. But yet and still, my uncle has a winery out there, so it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, definitely. So what is your stomping ground? I'm curious now.
Yeah, well, let me tell you also, when I was up there, and I used to live up there, what you have to do is recommended is to rent a car and drive by the beach all the way up to Monterey from San Francisco, and the scenery. I didn't get a chance to do that this time, but the scenery is phenomenal, and it's you will never. It's like nothing. It's just like another world. So I definitely would recommend people do that. Now my stomping ground. I'm born from Melbourne, Georgia, but I grew up in Athens, Georgia, and then I went to San Francisco, lived there for about 5 months or whatever, came back to Georgia and lived in New York 16 years, and then I came back to help family out. You know, my parents got a little older, and I just came back to help the family out.
No, I can dig it. Wow, you know, trying to put all those years together. I'm like, okay, carry the one. I don't know.
Well, I'm 52. I'm 52. A young. What was JC had the song 40 to new 20. I kind of consider myself 50. The new. Let's just say 30. That's not going to
30. Let's go with 30.
Yeah.
I mean, 30 still mature to a degree. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I love it. Okay, so you know, with everything that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Because you are a busy guy, and I know that you are, and I'm so glad I got you.
Thank you.
But what's next? Like, I mean,
I'm writing another book. It's going to be about Kevin Samuels and the Black Manosphere, and I'm going to talk about the different YouTube creators, and kind of put my spin on this whole thing, and just kind of say that my viewpoint is that, for example, the issue with Black men is that we need to grow up and try to become educated, or get a trade, or find our way business wise, so that we can be suitable in the world. And I want Black men to hear this, and everybody to hear this, to be suitable and to be a good catch for Black women.
Okay.
And we need to get our act together.
Hey,
okay. And I mean, you may go to other races, but the data says that the majority of Black men stay with Black women. Okay. For Black women, you guys are great, you know, on the business front, on the education front, on all of those fronts. But as young people, my advice is that the women also look for men as they, you know, develop themselves. By the way, for everybody to know, Black women are number one in the country in terms of getting education than any other subgroup in America. Mm-hmm. So you got that, and you're the best Black women than anybody else. White men, white women, you beat Asian, you beat all of them. But what we want to see, I think, is that they start looking for the right men and right mates and get married and have children, so that in our community that we can really make a great society among other societies, and change the negative narratives, and really show the greatness as being a great contributor of American culture. There's so much that if we really were able to get it together, we would really take over. And the thing to note too is that we're somewhere around 43 million people in the United States, the African American community. And that, to give you an example, Canada is only like 38 million. So there's more African Americans in America than the whole country of Canada. For example, let's use Greece, like roughly about 9 million, 10 million people. So we're 43 million. So it's like a country within a country. Mm-hmm. And if we could really get it together, we could really be productive on so many levels, and really, if we were able to create among barriers, Black people have been able to, you know, from jazz to rock and roll to R&B to hip hop to pop. We created, you know, basically we're able to create all of these genres. And so the point is, if we really were able to get in the right direction, economically and just socially, the sky's the limits for what we could do in with other groups in the country, you know, and ourselves, and just really make an impact. We're such a great group.
You know what? I will say this, right? Because I was itching to say it. I'm like, oh, wait. First of all,
you go ahead.
The reason why women had to come correct, because we weren't being taken seriously, you know.
Right.
Albeit,
Right.
you know, we would build black men up.
Right.
They'd be the first ones to tear us down. So it's just like, okay, we got to take the reins here.
Right.
I don't want nobody going forward to do that to me.
Right.
So I got to come correct. Now I come correct. I want the person that's going to approach me to be correct. Because if he ain't correct, because he has to approach her.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
She bomb. Okay.
Right. All right.
So then when you approach her, it's like, if your stuff isn't right and you not coming correct and you get that side eye, I'm good. Do you understand how many older women are they just got to the point where they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they rather be alone? And that's a whole thing, because I just had a radio series on that.
Okay.
Or upcoming radio series. I just did one yesterday. Last week. And so, but yeah, you know, when we can get our guys to actually stop messing with these little floozies.
Right.
Okay? And find a good woman. Do you understand your empire can be that much stronger because of the fact that you went and you got somebody that was about their business?
Right.
Empire ain't got nothing on what you could have.
That's true.
Play. I want to beat you in the head already.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I had to get on my tangent on my soapbox. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just going to say this to black men, and let's just be honest about it. We have a lot of work to do, and we need to focus on purpose and getting ourselves together. And I guess, again, being fit and suitable.
Yes.
You know, you can't, you know, oh, they don't like me, they don't care about me, or whatever. That's nonsense. You have to get yourself together, get on your path, and then women will notice you. You know, I mean, that will happen. And then parents will say, well, you know, that's the young man that I would want for my daughter.
Right.
But you have to come correct.
Exactly.
Get your act together. So for the black men, we really are going to have to work on purpose and getting ourselves together. There's at this point, there's no excuse in terms of like, the message is getting out there that you have to get yourself together. Exactly.
And I thank you for agreeing with me, sir.
Thank you. I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious, right?
It is. And it's like, okay, so I want to make sure that I do not miss out on songwriting, because that's my heart right there. And I love me some songwriting. Now, how long have you been doing that?
Yeah, well, when I was in New York, what happened, I started to get involved with managing pop acts that were trying to get those out. And I ran into a songwriter. He's since passed right before COVID. He wrote for Twisted Sister, you know, that sold that, I don't know, they sold roughly about 20 or 25 million millions or whatever of records. And I ran into this gentleman, and I guess I learned songwriting from him. So then I also started songwriting. And just to kind of tell you, like right before COVID, for example, I ran into Macy Gray.
Or Macy Gray?
Macy Gray in her camp.
You know, that's my girl right there.
Yeah, I ran into her camp. And I wrote a song, and what happened is the producer was very, and I understand that, he was concerned about COVID, so he didn't really want to record the song.
Right.
You know, so that kind of kicked me over into like, let me write a book. That kicked me over into that. But anyway, I have a song that's in the UK. on a pop act called Savannah Q, and it's called Tenderness. You can look it up, and you can check out Club Mob, and you'll see it over there.
And if I can find a link, y'all, I'm gonna put it in the description so y'all can listen. Yay.
Okay, y'all have to supply you with the link. And so now I'm getting back into it. So maybe Macy Gray and some more people, Tony Braxton, some more people. I want to, to do some music. I want to get back on that front. And then I know that you're a songwriter, so I want to bring some people. Was I supposed to say that? Oh, I hope I'm not in trouble. But I mean, those that are songwriters that I know, she's multi-talented, so y'all just have to get used to it. She's multi-talented. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I let the cat out the bag. She's multi-talented. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. So, but talented individuals like herself and other people. As things progress, I definitely want to get them involved with some of the major label artists. And I'm writing some more songs for the pop group to get them out a little bit more. And as things come along, maybe in a year or so, it'll really, blow up and blossom and really bring a team of songwriters out there and producers and really do some great things and really make some hits and really make some great things happen.
Exactly. I love it because you're you're paving the way for everybody coming up behind you, and this is a very hard industry, so every little bit helps, especially when it comes to our race and creed and background and all that other stuff. There's so many times that they want to show that we don't have any common sense, that we don't have a purpose, and so this is why it makes them so easy to pull the trigger on us, because they don't really find any value in it. And I'm like, you might have just killed somebody that was going to take us to the next level, and you don't even know nothing about it because you didn't even realize, nor did you care. So
interesting note. Interesting note. If you look up Blackwell, I can't remember his first name. He wrote Stirred Up or he wrote. This is a black songwriter that wrote for Elvis Presley some of his hits.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay. And then of course everybody knows Sam Cooke, who was really like the first big crossover artist. I mean, don't know much about history. That's him.
Yes.
I thought it was a white songwriter. No, he wrote that song.
Okay.
Cupid. Oh, he wrote that song. I mean, oh my, and so many. He's a huge songwriter.
Yes.
James Brown.
Yeah, of course. Hello, the king. What?
It's a man's world.
Yes,
but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. And then I mean we have another story, but they need to find out who that was. But so now this is gonna blow everybody's mind. We know what's his name? Boom bam boom bam boom bam boom.
Little Richard. Richard. Yes.
Now to know the backstory to that, he came up with some of the songs, but to come to find out it was a woman songwriter that fixed that song up. And that's one of the pioneering songs that created rock and roll. So guess what, people? A black woman was involved in creating rock and roll.
See, that's how we do it. Wow. Etta James, let's work it. Let's do it. It's always something. I believe like black women are behind a lot of things, because if you think about it, we were the ones that were, we grew up their children, back in the heyday when we first got over here. So they had some type of morals, and you know, they had that moral compass to the degree. Of course, they got corrupt when the parents started really doing something or whatever. But you know, right is right, you know, and different things like that. And it's just like, yes, the foundation was built on the backs of Black women.
Definitely. And
whether
we
you like it or not.
Like it or not. And we got to go. I mean, when we're able to go see the movie the Aretha Franklin's movie.
Oh yeah.
I think she became a songwriter as well, you know. She definitely could play the piano. Mm-hmm. So that's a movie, talented. You know. Yeah, very talented. And then you have the situation of with they got a movie that came out not too long ago. With Pharrell was a producer of it, one of the producers, about the Black ladies that were involved with the space station. You remember? About that?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of that?
I can't remember but that's a great movie.
Hidden Figures. That's
yeah. I got to go see that movie.
That's a good movie there.
And I did an interview.
Taraji P. I love her.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah. And
she's Detroit, yes.
And she's great. She's great. And another thing I want to say about Black women, that just happened recently is that Rihanna has become a billionaire.
Yes.
So that's the second Black woman in the world, if I'm correct, to become people in the world.
Yeah.
That has become a billionaire. Rihanna, the artist, is a billionaire at this point.
And coming up behind her is it Kobe Bryant? No, not Kobe Bryant. I'm sorry. Lord bless his soul. LeBron James.
Right.
So you know, we coming up.
Well, I wanted to showcase Black women there with her because you know she's a music, and I think the key to I mean, one day I think that can happen for you and other people out there to become a billionaire. So don't lose that dream. That reality. I like to say that reality. We won't say dreams.
Will become reality.
No dreams around here. Realities.
Exactly.
It's just be a string of things. You know, she's a songwriter for the audience. I'm sorry I let that out there. but also she's a media personnel extraordinaire. I want to say something else, but I was
don't say that.
Okay. She holds. But if you want to know more, go watch my video that has over 1,000 views about her, and you will learn more about her. You learn more about her on my interview. I hope, and you really learn a lot in how fabulous. I just spit it all out, didn't I? how fabulous she really is as a creative genius. Yes.
Thank you. I try. I'm trying to keep up with you, sir. You got a lot going on.
No, I'm the rookie, and I'm inspired by her. And people, I want to tell you too that when you have somebody that's on a higher level than you, and that is willing to help you and behind the scenes in different ways and stuff, that's a blessing, and that's really how you develop yourself. And also to show Black men, watch out what content you watch on YouTube that may be negative in terms of the red pill. If there's negative extremists in that realm, here you have a young Black lady who's helping a young Black man, to come up and learn. So we can see that that connection can flourish in the United States and around the world.
We should help each other. I believe that, because I'm a huge fan of helping people, and especially if I know something and I think that's going to work for you, hey, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to pitch it to you. Hey, whether you take it, that's on you. That's on you.
And watch this, people. She introduced a writer, I can't remember her name, Teresa or something.
Oh, Teresa. What is her last name? Teresa Roberts. That's my girlfriend. Yeah. These good people.
Yeah. What happened is I interviewed her, and I had a cousin. Unfortunately, she just passed about 2 or 3 weeks ago. She wanted to buy the book, her book, but I'm going to buy some of her books. And her daughters are strong readers, and so I'm going to probably send some books to them and some other people doing Christmas, and it's about Christianity and a woman's journey. So, and guess what? That only happened because the person that we're here with, shared that person to be interviewed, and now she's going to make some book sales for sure.
Yes, see, this is what we do, y'all. We gotta hold hands and sing kumbaya. Okay, let's do it. So Rick. Okay, so Rick.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah.
You do independent films, bruh. Now look, I'm not letting the cat out the bag, right? No, that's not gonna happen.
Right.
But I want to see your experiences with doing the independence film.
Well, that's going to start, and I want to do some documentaries first, and then go into some other areas, and then I might be. I can't say stuff, I want to say.
All right, fine. Go ahead. You might as well.
No. I might. She's talented in other areas. I'll put it that way. Come watch my show. But maybe there may be some collaborations. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? I'm gonna leave it at that. So. If you want to find out more about this great person, you go watch her video that has over 1,000 views. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that, and you'll learn some more things. But I want to do some documentaries starting off, but I'm going to branch out into independent films, and then see, can I get films also to the big screen? So I mean, as time progresses. But yeah. So that's that. But definitely, I will be reaching out to talented people at different times that we all know.
He wants to tell you so badly. He's like, "Oh my God, I just..."
No. Go watch that. And when she's ready to, on her beautiful show, announce some things that are big things, people, that she's doing, then she'll announce it, and that's beautiful. It really is.
Rick, you are awesome. He's such an awesome dude, y'all. If y'all want to be on his show, reach out to him. Rick, tell him how to reach you, sir.
Yeah, you can reach me. My email address is Rick. It happened by accident. I have such a funny life. Things happen by accident. Rick Mr. QQ at gmail.com. Isn't that funny? QQ. Rick Mr. QQ at gmail.com. You can send an email over, or you can contact the lovely host you have here, and can go from there. And I'm always going to urge people on my show that are good, that would be a good match for her, that we will send them over. And I have some more people that I'm going to send over her. So audience, be on the lookout for some great guests. And she has some, I can't say, but I could say this, that be on the lookout. There will be a celebrity coming on her show. We won't say who it is, so y'all just get ready for this, people. That's going to perform. That's a world-renowned artist and musician, and I'll just leave it at that. But just be on the lookout that she will. You just stay tuned, and we'll leave it at that.
Thanks, Rick. I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to tell you. It's for her to tell you, and for you to go and experience that show.
Oh my goodness, I love this dude. This dude he's been so supportive on everything that I do. I've also supported him on the things that he's doing. I mean, there's so many different. We're just so like-minded in that way.
I'll say another thing, because I'm really trying to get the average. I mean, these people here on this show, this great show, and I'm so honored to be on this show. People, there's another person that's actually connected with the other person that you're going to get to see that before they get to the United Nations. Okay. So she's breaking that, a world inventor. Okay. And I'm going to leave it at that. So there's some more great shows that she is going to, oh my God.
So
I can't wait to watch myself.
It's like, it's coming. That is awesome. I'm so excited. I really am, because I'm like, you know what? I know next level. This is next level, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I have such a great supportive team in my circle, and you know, Rick, he's induced himself into my circle, and it's been love ever since. Definitely. So I love people that are inventive. I love people that know that, you know what, we can do some things to help some other people, you know, and I think that is so important, and the more that you can help other people, the more they will help you. So I will say this, thank you so much, Rick, for being here, because you are the man. I know it's Eric, but that's Rick. That's to me. That's Rick.
Hey, I'm so blessed to be on her show, and so blessed for her to allow me to be in her circle. And I'm going to make sure that I do what's right and be supportive and just be there. And really, again, she people, I'm going to tell you what she really is. She's a mentor. Okay, and a person that has been extremely helpful in so many ways. So she's a mentor. So you really get to know the character, not just a person that's just flashy, not just a person that's a beautiful person, not just a person that's extremely talented, intelligent, Wonder Woman, if you will, in the media field, but a person that is a real person, and that is a very nice human being that will help who she can and help you to be the best version of yourself. And that's what I can say that she has been thus far for me as a newcomer. Yes.
He is so sweet. You see this? This is some stuff, right? So, my Myya tribe, you know what time it is. It is time to wrap this thing up. So, what we're going to do here is I'm going to let you know you can also be on Living Your Best Life with LadyMyya, or you can just be on Rick's show. And he's got a very long show name as authors and all types of, talents on his YouTube. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. The talks are interesting, very interesting. But definitely, if you would like to reach out to me, you can just email me at admin@ladymyya.com. That is ADMIN@ladymyya.com. That's Myya spelled MYYA. And you know why? Because your homegirl is special. I'll be talking to you guys later.